Shadows, in the shadows. Go through, how's it going? Bit of shed hang. Gonna swap over some Mitas tyres, put some new ones on. So this one's done. This one's done a hard enduro. This is a double green, just the super soft EF. So this one's been run the correct way for a hard enduro race and has been spun for a bit of training and that. So we're going to get this one swapped out for a new single green super light for this weekend. Yo peeps. So we've got two single green super lights here. One to go on this rim, the other one to go on my other set of rims, spare set to have with me. We've got a front here. He's going to go on and swap the front that's on there at the moment. Drop a comment into the chat if you're able to. Let me know who's kicking around. People. So I just finished 6 days straight at work. So I'm into prep now for this weekend for the Oz Enduro Championships. So gonna get some fresh Moto tyres onto the rims. Got a fresh Dura-Mousse soft rear. That one's to replace the Dura-Mousse rounds that are in my other set of rims, my hard enduro setup. So I've got a new mousse to put in there to save the rounds for the hard enduro races. Trusty old curved tyre levers, only way to go. Speed buddy. For those of you that didn't watch my other live, I've got 5 of these curved levers. So pretty much makes life so much easier. Chuck all 5 in. I use, for doing this way, I do the flat into there. So all 5 levers, all in there, pretty much. Just work your way along the levers. Oh, that one popped out, never mind. Just work your way along all 5 levers. I pretty much just do that the once and then just hang on to 2 levers. And then I just work alternate with 2 levers the rest of the way. So both in, one, leave one in, one in, and just work my way around. I start opposite the rim locks. Everybody does it a bit different. Bugger with me. Just make sure your rim locks are undone and pushed all the way out. A little trick you can do with these tyre fitters, you can poke that down between the tyre fitter and the rim lock and actually lever that across. That one's actually a bit tight, but we'll have a look at what's going on when we get in there. That's off. Right, bead buddy out. Flip the tyre over. Push him down. And then poke in from the back. I use the flat side again. Poke him in. Get him started. I said everyone does this a little bit different. Get that over the rim lock. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I was gonna leave this till tomorrow and do it tomorrow, but I don't want to be mucking around and rushing around too much tomorrow. I've still got to pack, so just make sure you get them over your rim lock before you try and lever the tyre off. It helps if you can get that get the tyre down in the centre of the rim. Looks like that rim lock is starting to deteriorate. Making a bit of a meal out of this. This is I normally don't have this much trouble with this, but well, I was going to leave it till tomorrow, till I was a bit fresher. Anyhow, sweating like a motherfucker. Sweating like a motherfucker. Too bad. This one's done a fair few races and a bit of training. Starting to cut on the edges here from the rim. But the last one that I run had half the sides missing off it from being cut off by the rim, but it just makes them so much more softer and better grip. So we'll throw a bit more bloody silicone on that one, a bit more silicone grease on that. Prior and proper preparation. Already had that in my bloody in my spares tub to take to the race. So we will what we'll do first is we'll lube up the tyre. because that mousse has already been lubed, I'll lube the tyre, and I'll just lube the mousse a bit more as well. So I'm running the double green, the super light, because it's going to be faster racing on the weekend, so it's going to be sprints. So yeah, hence why I've gone for a harder compound tyre. Excuse me. So with the mousse, it's just easier to just grab the silicone out and lube it on rather than try and brush it. Once you got that, then just grab the tyre, push down on that to open him up. Just get your foot, push the mousse in with your foot and just work your way around. Just keep feeding it in. Oh, yummy, yummy mousse juice. Yummy mousse juice. Alright, so mousse is in, ready to go. Don't forget to drop a comment, peeps, if you got the ability to. Say g'day, let me know where you're from. So, get these silicone covered gloves off. Put this up. I think that's falling apart. That's the stock KTM. The stock KTM bloody rim lock. So I'll have to swap that out. If I was doing hard enduro, I'd swap that out before the race. But anyway, I put this on with the drive side to me, so I know which way to put the tyre on, because a lot of these tyres are directional. These suckers back on. So tyre up. I'm going to check for direction of rotation on the tyre. Normally has an arrow and says rotation, so this is actually that way. So with the sprocket on this side, I know that the drive is anti-clockwise, so I know the tyre needs to go in that same direction. So put him over the rim locks there. Get the bead buddy in there. Just a little bit closer. Levers. So this is when I start using the curve, because this goes over the tyre and gives you that bit of clearance rather than trying to get the flat over the tyre. That's where the curve make the difference over the flat tyre levers. As it gets tighter, you just need to take smaller bites. When you're first starting off, you can take quite big bites and get it on, no worries, but as this gets tighter, sometimes you've got to let this lever off a bit to be able to get the other one in. like I've said before, this is just my way. Everybody does it different. I'm not saying this is the right way or the easiest way. This is my way. Righto, so that first bead's onto the rim. Bead buddy's still intact doing its job. What we got there? Hey Doug, how you going? Hey Jan, how you going? Thanks for dropping in. Now we start on the other bead. We'll just start working our way around. This bit here, once again, while the tyre's loose, I just use the 2 levers. Still using the curve. Just work with the 2 levers until it gets tight. Starts getting a bit of a challenge. Just basically leapfrog, take one out, leave one in. When we get to here, we'll spin this around. We'll push down on the tyre to get that bead into the middle of the rim. And this is where I introduce the other 3 levers back into the scenario. So get all 5 of them locked over the edge of the rim. Make sure this tyre is pushed down as far as it can into the centre of the rim. It loosens it up as much as possible. And then we just work our way. I'll get that one out because that doesn't need to be there. We'll put him over here. So what we do then is just work our way across the levers from where you finish working. Lever, 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 lever. And that second bead's on, tyres on. Bead buddy comes out. And we just need to make sure that we have the bead of the tyre over the what do you call that thing? The rim lock. So I just need to make sure that our rim locks can push up and in. I think this side's good, but I think the other side might be grabbed. Yeah, she grabbed. So pretty much just need to lever the tyre out to get it past a bit of that rim lock there because it's falling apart. Then we just need to lever the tyre out. Like I was saying before, you can lever the rim lock in. Get him in underneath the bead there. Same deal there. The lever between the tyre changer and the stem of the rim lock. Maybe loosen him off a bit more, get a bit more depth. Push him in a bit further. There we go. So that's pretty much it. I normally like to give it a bounce before I do the rim locks, just to try and pop that tyre out onto the bead, which that all looks pretty sweet. And then tighten up the rim locks. Hey Lockie, how you going? Thanks for dropping in. Here. Ideal for rim locks are your ratchet rings. I don't have a 12mm, so I have to do it with a standard ringy. But with the ratchets, it's that simple. Get that rim lock tightened off nice and tight. And this is where I wish this was a ratchet open end, ringy, sorry. A deep socket would do the same. But I'll do this up now. That way it's done. Had one of the boys rock up. He rode from home to one of the rides, and he'd done a quick tyre and mousse change before he came out, and he forgot to do up his rim lock. So he got to the start of the ride where he met us, and the old tyre was spinning. So don't forget to do up your rim locks. Righto. So I'm just going to put that wheel aside for now. I'm not going to bore you by putting the wheel back on the bike. I'll grab the other rear over here. Hey Mason, how you going? So chuck this over here. Get this other rear. So this rear has got the double green super soft EF on it. This has done one race. This did Bobo Unleashed, so it's only got that one edge. This will still be good to run on that edge for a bit. And then I'll spin it around and run it in reverse and use that square edge on there. But for now, I want to spare for the weekend with another single green, super light, and also this has the mousse rounds, Duramousse rounds in it, which I don't want to. If I need to use this rim, I don't want to be running on mousse rounds. So we'll get the mousse rounds out and put a new mousse. So I've got that new Duramousse soft there. I'll chuck that in here for a spare, for if something happens and I need to do a quick change rather than muck around and change a tyre. I'll just swap the whole rim out, and I'll have that set up for both front and rear, where I'll be able to just swap the rim out rather than have to try and either fix or change a mousse. and tyre, which I've never had to do because they've always held up. We've never had any issues with any of the setups. Righto, we'll do it all again. Speed buddy in. Start, do the old five lever start. Right, we'll go a 4 lever because the I've got this rim's got the rim locks on opposite side of the rim. That other rim, the rim locks are right near each other because I just ran that with tube valve hole and rim lock hole. I didn't bother drilling another hole in the rim, so whereas this one is got the rim locks opposite each other. Well, rim locks can be a challenge sometimes. So yeah, this tyre has got the mousse rounds. What I'm going to do here, I've got a bucket here. You can't just hang the mousse rounds up like you can a mousse tube, so I have a bucket here, and basically we just dig out the rounds, put them in a bucket. So I went up, I think I put an extra round in from when I run them the first time. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Got 21 rounds in there. So the beauty of these are, take one out, make him softer, add one in, make him firmer. And the other thing is that you can leave the rim on and actually just break the bead on one side of the tyre, pull the tyre away and actually change it with it still on the bike. You can take one in or take one out or put one in without actually removing the tyre, or the wheel I should say, from the bike. So these go in round, as you can see, they push up against each other and shape and mould to each other. So I'm loving them. Like, if you haven't tried them, the only challenge you face with them is they don't seem to hold the bead on the IRCs, whereas the Mitas, there's no problems holding the bead. I think it was also maybe Golden Tyre that there was issues with, but so that's it. That'll be a spare for training until next season. And these rounds will go aside until next season. So I've got the originals I've bought. I'll run them for the Hinterland Horror, and also a Volvo Unleashed. Prior to that, I'd done a bit of testing on my training rides with them. So I've got another brand new box of soft rounds. So they'll be for next year. I'll have them there if I need them. You do get spares, I believe you get, I think it's 24. I think it's 24 rounds you get, so you got the ability, as they wear and squash, you got the ability to add a new fresh ball to the equation to keep the pressure that you want. So before we take these gloves off, we'll lube up this other rear. We want to lube him up pretty well because it's going to be a going to be a fast-paced race. This one being sprints, whereas your hard enduro is a bit slower, so you don't seem to get as much heat and friction into the tyres and the mousses with the hard enduro. Don't get me wrong, they still get a workout, but you just don't have that heat and excess friction that you do on the faster races and rides. So I've got a brand new soft Duramousse to go in here. This is the 140 90 18 brand newie. You get enough goo to do the mousse initially, and you get rim stickers in there as well. So I've got the 1 kg tub of silicone, just due to swapping and changing tyres all the time. So put that aside for the second. Get that brush out of the road. Hey Ginger Snap, how you going? Thanks for dropping in. So just get our silicone. Just work it onto the mousse. You can probably hear some of the comments you guys are saying to yourself. Alright, that's all the way around. So for those who haven't seen before, that's what a mousse tube looks like. Basically just a foam rubber tube, almost like a rubber tube blowing up, but you can stack that with whatever you want. You ain't going to get a flat tyre. So this is the soft, which works on about around about 6 to 8 psi. But as they get older, obviously they get softer. Some of the guys drill holes through here to make them softer again. Yeah, that's personally from what I've seen and what I've had some drilled mousses. I believe it makes the mousses deteriorate prematurely. But for the guys that are up there at the top levels and need all that extra or as much traction as they can get, yeah, it's definitely the way to go for them. But for a Gumby like me, I'll just run with this and just keep the older ones or the softer ones for racing and that. So get this tyre, get the mousse, like I said, push down on him, push it in with your foot, and just work your way around. Rightio, he's on. Get rid of these. thong sticking to the floor from the silicon. Back into these gloves. In a second, I'm just going to see, yep, share, news feed, post. See if I can go into my making tracks. See if I can copy the link, share, copy link, go in here, go in there, go in there, go there, paste, next, post. Alright, now back to, wait, down on here, let's open this up. There. Wait, open external browser. Rightio. Look at that. Alright, might go back through the other way because I can see a little bit more through there, through the right, that's a bit better. Put the wheel on backwards for 1 million likes. I just had the one that I took off was on backwards. The tyre was anyway, not the wheel. Anyhow, let's get this sucker back on. Wheel direction, rotation that away. Big buddy. Big buddy. Big buddy. Smaller bites. I might be able to sneak this straight over the rim lock. Baby. Yeah. Whoa. Come in, spinner. I think I just missed it. That bloody tyre spun. Bloody tyre spun, mate. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Sneaky. Oh, it's one of them afternoons. I was going to do this tomorrow on my day off, but I didn't want to be mucking around with it as well as packing the car. So here we are. Here we are. Oh, I don't normally have this much problems. Not being my friend tonight. This car here. Okay. Okay. Brand new mousse and brand new tube, not a fun combo. Mmm. You don't want to squash in real well being a new moose. Doesn't want to push down into that bloody. Boy, center of the fucking. Oh, there we go. He's gone backwards. He's gone backwards. Excuse my French. Excusez my French. Scusi. No. Been a while since I've done a brand new moose. Been a minute. Play, eh? Don't want to play. Nice. See. The rim lock on this other bead was being held out. The rim lock was holding the tyre out. That might be maybe a bit easier. Maybe. Turn him into a bit more of a bloody comedy show than anything, mate, eh? Still bloody hard. Pop in, eh? No laughing, you lot. Some bullshit. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That one little bit needed to go into the bloody. One little bit causing all that grief. Still got the front to do yet. It's going to be bloody tighter than the rear. You're not wrong, need 15 more tyre levers. That was the worst one I've ever done. Just didn't want to, the bead on the opposite side because of the new mousse, just didn't want to bloody pop in. Anyway, all the excuses under the sun. All the excuses. Oh, that was painful. That was one of the hardest I've had in a while, but then I haven't had a brand new mousse in a while, so glad I'm doing this tonight, not tomorrow before I head off. This one's only precaution anyway. This one's just going to be a spare wheel, just in case. Rather, the old saying, rather have it and not need it, or need it and not have it. This thing isn't really help either, like trying to lever and this thing, but I'll give you the tip, it's better than working down on ground level, I can tell you. So I just got to swap out the front that's on the bike, and that is tyres done for the weekend. Yo, Craig, long time no see, brother. How you doing? What time is it over there, man? Is it early morning? Must be early morning over there. Yeah, I thought it must have been early morning over there, bro. What are you doing up at 2:30? Life down under's pretty good, brother. How you doing over there in the big US of A? Keeping up the going pretty much to myself. Oh, cool, man. Cool. Yeah. Ah. Woo! Right-o. Ay. Come on. Once upon a time, I had a big nut to lock this wheel on here and stop this from flipping up. But I don't know where said nut is. So now I can put it on there. Rim bounce around. One upside, this is only going to be a new tyre, not a new mousse. So maybe only half as hard. Hey Dave, thanks for dropping in, man. Woo-wee! Let's get amongst it. Maybe. Maybe. Gloves are a bit slippery. Gloves are a bit slippery now. Can't bloody drive the tyre lever in there because the gloves are slipping. All the bloody silicone grease lube. One of them days today. One of them days is not like the other. Come on, Jim, guess which one? Did I say I'm glad I'm not doing this tomorrow? I think I did once or twice. I'm going to say it again. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things is just doing its own thing. Yeah, definitely, man. I really want to be doing this before packing up to head out tomorrow. So I get this out of the road. Get this out of the road, and then all I have to do tomorrow is pack. On the home stretch, this one off, new one on, or mousse out. All right, mighty mousse, mighty mousse. Another practice tyre for the off season. New one on for race this weekend. Massive shout out to Mitas Moto for their support this year. You guys have definitely made it easier for me to keep some good tread on the bike, that's for sure. Pretty much had brand new rear as a minimum, brand new rear on for every race. Fronts I've run for a few races. I'm pulling this front off now because it's done quite a bit of work. It's done the did the Mitas Transmoto 8 hour where I rode Ironman for 8 hours. Yeah, it's done trail rides and a lot of training on that tyre. So I'm going to put a freshie on this rim for this weekend's race. So she'll be freshies all around for the Oz Enduro Championship this weekend. And being that it is sprint rounds, front traction is going to be pretty important to keep me steered into the fast corners. It's going to be good to have some square edge knobbies and yeah, have a brand newie on there. I can tell you I'm going to be definitely going to be happy to have that on there. I don't know what I'm in for. I've never done any of the old QORC or AORC that it used to be, the Queensland and Australian Off-Road Championships. It's now basically called the AEC, which is the Australian Enduro Championship, or the QEC, Queensland Enduro Championship. So this weekend is actually an Australian round, so it's actually an Australian and a Queensland round combined. So I have never raced with these guys in their formats on any of their tracks, so we shall see what we shall see when we get there. Yeah, Craig, man, definitely an awesome decision going from the KBM 450 to the Gas EC 350, man. Yeah, night and day difference. Still obviously not a two-stroke like the so-called bike of choice for hard enduro is the either a two-stroke 300 or a two-stroke 250, but I'm a four-stroke man. That's what I ride, and I love the fact that I get out there and mix it up on the four-stroke in a two-stroke dominated sport. So here's what it is. I love it, so that's all that matters. We get a bit more bloody silicon on this fella. You can see on these how they really squash and take the shape of the rim, where they squash into the recess of the rim. So these start off their life as perfectly round. You can see there where the rim lock sits. But yeah, mousse tube, no flat, good stuff. Righto, let's get this into this tyre. Yeah, some would say that, Craig, that I'm a bit of a beast, but others might say different. But yeah, I love what I do, man, and that's all that matters. If other people love what I do, that's even better. But the main thing is I love what I do. directional? Is this directional? Yes, it is. Direction of travel is that way. Speed buddy. Now, this one's going to be easier. I'm going to say that now. It's got to be easier than that last bloody combination of a new tyre and a new mousse. It's having its way with me. This time, old mousse, new tyre. Half as hard. Half as hard. Get in there. Get on. Shout out to Pete from Duramousse as well for helping me out with the Duramousse. Appreciate it, Pete. Hooked me up at short notice. So I appreciate that, mate. Yes, amen to that, Craig. Be yourself, do what you love, and don't care what anybody thinks. As long as you act right, be kind to people, then yeah, do what you love, be who you are, and enjoy life. We only get to live it once, so woo! If you can help people out along the way, inspire them, help them, then that is even better if you can help others out. It's just that one side of the bead lock. One side of the rim lock. Why he do this to me? what's going on with that, mate. Starting to run out of daylight, buddy. Seems to be fucking kicked off there. It's kicked off to the side, mate. Just need to get that last bit of the fucking bead, which doesn't want to play the game. And that up, both sides, up and up. Oh, now he just pushes in. Now we got him. Alright, I'm going to go and switch the light on. I don't know what it's going to do to... yeah, beadlock just wanted me to double check. Yeah. Just going to switch the light on. I'm not sure what it's going to do to this angle here, but we're about to find out. What's that do to you? Yeah, it's not too bad, is it? Not too bad at all. Right, oh, let's get this out of the road. I'll put the front on first. Kick this around a bit. Around a bit. Yeah, sounds good. High stack hider. Sounds good, buddy. Mofa. How you going all the way from Germany? Thanks for dropping in. Guten Tag. Wie geht's dir? Probably don't know much more than that. But, merci. Merci vielmals. Punch in. Just stay back a little bit.
Little bit front heavy. Little bit front heavy.
Just need to spread these front brake pads a bit to make it easier to get the bloody rotor in there. Where's my seat? Get in there. Yes, slippery, greasy little matter. Oh, taxi! Taxi! No. No. Hey, Mofa. What time is it in Germany, man? Sam in Dallas. How you going? All the way over in Dallas. Thanks for dropping in. What are you up to this time of the morning over there? Get this rear on here and get things sorted out. Need to spread those calipers a bit to get that rider in there. Just sleep a couple of hours and then ride the 250Z in the morning. Yeah boy, go the YZ. What type of riding do you do, man? Just in the woods and that over there? What tyre are you running, FedEx? Hope you don't mind, Craig. I just chucked you in as moderator, man. I appreciate you greeting people and that as they come in, man. Thank you very much, brother. Budget done well, 199 just glad to get back on the dirt. Yeah, FedEx, man, definitely, man. Any time on the bike is good time, man, that's for sure. Yeah, that's it, FedEx man. If something works, you do what you got to do to keep yourself going, hey? Righto. So we're down. We got 3 new tyres on, or three old tyres off, 3 new tyres on, new mousse in, tyres back on the bike. We got the spares ready. We've got the brand new rear on the spare rear. We've got a really good condition front on the spare front. So they're all good to go as backup if anything happens that I need to do a quick wheel change. New front, new rear, old mousse, new mousse in the rear of that one. So I still wouldn't mind setting the sag, the rider sag on this, but that's a 2-person job on that. The rider sag, I need to measure, me hop on fully geared up with all my camel pack and everything. Yeah, that's a bit of a mission. That might be something for when I'm at camp, maybe Friday night. Maybe Friday night. I've pretty much achieved what I come on to do, but I'm happy to hang around. We're still showing 42 people in here, so I think that's worth hanging around for. So I love the support from you guys. Every single one of you that come in here, greatly appreciated. Right on my eyeball. I don't know whether that's better or worse. I think that's pointing maybe down a little bit. Not better? Far out, don't look into them. Maybe I might spin you around. Might bring you in and face you away from the light, so that's not see what this is like. Yeah, look at that, that's cool. That's sweet, man. Oh, true, Craig. Is that the last time you saw it? Yeah, she looks a little bit different now, eh? Yeah, righto. She's got a few battle scars now, Craig. Just putting a little bit more, putting a little bit of preload on the spring. I mucked around with it at the ride. I mucked around with it at the ride on Friday. We wound it out a bit, and it, yeah, it took the preload off the spring, but I think it's a little bit too. Just putting. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So yeah, took a fair bit of preload off the spring, and so I need to set what they call a sag on the bike, which is basically there's two different types of sag. There's rider sag, which is me on the bike, fully geared up, helmet, armor, camel pack full, boots. So the difference between like without me on there and then my weight on there, and then there's static sag, which is the difference between it being up on the stand and then when the weight of the bike comes back onto it, is static sag, and then there's a calculation that gives you your actual overall sag. So because I've just had that shop rebuilt, I've had a bladder kit put in it, and I've had it re-shimmed to suit the type of riding that I've done. So obviously I've got to reset it to suit how it's been built again. So I don't really feel like getting kitted up and getting all my gear on and everything, so I've just wound it back up a bit, and we'll see how we go. Yeah, it's easy enough to have a play around with it on either the night before the race while I'm out at camp, or maybe in between sprints I might be able to have a play around with it. But yeah, definitely stoked with what Chris from Promo Motorcycles, Pro O suspension I should say, from Promo Motorcycles, did an awesome job on the front forks night and day, after he did the re-shimming and that of the stacks. Put the springs in there to suit my weight. They were the springs were under for my weight, so now he's done the rear. I've just got to tune the rear in. Yeah, this weekend will probably be a good run in for it and a good feel for how it's. Just lock it off at that. I'll put a bit of preload back on the spring, and I'll just wait until I'm all geared up before I actually before I start mucking around with the actual measurements and stuff on it. Lock this off. Still got to lock off the clamps on my front axle. The rear's all good, the rear's all tight. It's a good thing to go through after you've worked on your bike, is just go through in your head what work you've done and if you've tightened stuff up, because yeah, nothing worse than racing or riding and having something come loose on you. So I know I didn't do up the pinch bolts on this front offside here, so yeah, double checks the double checks. Yeah, grey wolves. Possibly. If yeah, you might be losing fuel. Like if you're gonna be at like 12 o'clock, there's a fair chance that you're running out of fuel. Yeah, I don't know. You should be able to tell whether it's running out of fuel or whether it's just stalling. But yeah, there's a fair chance it could be running out of fuel. Hey, mountain bike, how you going? That's one of the ways that the guys have said to get your front wheel to centre after you've had it out. I normally have it on the ground and push forward on it, but the guys are saying just spin the front wheel and jam the front brakes on, and it has the same effect. So some people don't bother about it. They just do up the axle, lock off the pinch bolts, and away you go. Hey, mountain bike versus motocross, what are you into? Do you do both? You into both motocross and mountain bikes? Yeah, cheer grey wolves. Yeah, one of my mates showed me that one. Yeah, you can actually really feel it, like spin the front and then lock the front brakes, and it really jerks that front wheel, the inertia. So yeah, that's pretty bloody good. I've always done it where you push the front brakes and you compress the front forks to get it that way. But yeah, that's pretty bloody cool, I reckon. Do you driving be the Erzberg in 2026? I'll join in. I'd love to do Erzberg. Yeah, the main Erzberg is like next level, eh? A lot of money though to get to Erzberg from Australia. I think on average, the guys are paying anywhere up around 12 to 15 grand. Especially like if you have to hire a bike and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know. Well, we're down to about 11 people in here, so how long have I been on for, Craig? Must be an hour and a half or more. What is it? 6:25. Yeah, mountain bike. I just turned 50 in March this year. So yeah. Just over 2 hours. No worries, Craig. Well, crew, I might call it at that. I got done what I wanted to get done. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Craig, for moderating for me, mate. Appreciate you. Great to catch up. Thanks everyone. Thanks to all my sponsors. Appreciate everyone. And stay tuned for this weekend. Oz Enduro Championship. 2 days, sprint rounds. I'll be racing Masters. So hopefully there's some reception there and I'll be able to keep you up to date. Otherwise, stay tuned after the fact and I'll have videos and photos. So thanks again, everyone, and stay cool. Have fun, be yourself, do what you want to do within reason, do what you love, and we'll catch you on the next live. If you haven't, subscribe and stay tuned for ride videos. Thanks, Craig. Will do, mate. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone. Catch us. Hey, Grey Wolves, I just saw your message, mate. For adjusting your carb, possibly your float level. Maybe adjust your float level to get some more fuel into the bowl. Hopefully with the bowl being fuller, it might help like stop it running out of fuel. If it is your idle that's low, idle it up. That'll help it. If it is, because it's going to be a couple of things. It's either going to be just snuffing out due to low revs, low idle, or it's going to be running out of fuel because of the angle and the fuel in the bowl dropping to the side rather than being obviously in a normal position of a carby. So Yeah, suss that out. If you got the ability to raise the float level, do that. And otherwise, if you don't want to do that, first up, try and idle it up a bit and go from there, man. Hope that helps. Take it easy, everyone. Be cool. Catch us later. See you, Grey Wolves. You're welcome, man. I'm on here. I'm on here trying to look how to end the live, but I'm on the wrong phone. I need to be on that phone to end the live stream, not the one I'm watching on. Peace out, peeps.